Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive Oracle cards, Wisdom of the House of Night. And in the back here above the barcode, you can see who created them. All right. Oh, you can get those cards on Amazon if you want to. I don't know why I have to put that in there, but I feel like I do. So there you go. 3 cards. Okay. And what do we have for tarot? Each one's going to have a companion, and then there's a bunch going on here. Okay. 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 You really care about whatever you're dealing with. I don't feel like that's going to be a shock to you in any sense. But you got the Queen of Cups on your side. Don't get caught up in the gender. But there's also a denial. I feel like somebody's kind of taking advantage of you. And I feel like they're trying to say, this goes on as long as you allow it to go on. It's almost like they want you to see what's really happening here, and that's what this whole reading is going to be about. They want you to see what's happening. They want you to see the effort you're putting in. And they want you to see, like, if this is going to change, it's literally going to be up to you to change it. The other person or situation you're dealing with will not. Because I feel like you're keeping quiet about how you're feeling about a situation. You're knowing something isn't right here. I feel like you're kind of getting taken advantage of, so I hope that doesn't sound rude. But they're saying you're doing so much, but it's not like this shouldn't be all your responsibility. This should be kind of distributed a little differently. Whatever you're dealing with has the Ten of Pentacles here, which is, yeah, it's a positive card. It's a comfortable card. It's kind of like, as long as you keep putting in the amount of effort you're doing, somebody's really comfortable, because this is in the environment. Somebody's really comfortable letting you take the bulk of the responsibility. And they're feeling very secure that you won't drop the ball, feeling very confident that you are very dedicated to holding that ball and taking it where it needs to go and playing the game as necessary. It's a very comfortable, confident energy that you're not going to back down. Now, they're saying this situation that you're dealing with, I feel like you get burnt out. Like, at the end of the day, you're very tired. When you deal with this situation, you just feel like, you're constantly, like, running around, doing everything. It's just, it feels like you should be looking at this kind of like you're constantly running from room to room, doing this, doing that, fixing this, fixing that. And every now and then you're seeing people just kind of sit around or stand around and smiling and talking and having a good time. And you're thinking, well, I wish I could. And there you go off to the next thing. Meanwhile, you should be having, you should have your moments of downtime too. You should be able to enjoy life too. And I'm feeling there's people around you. You can see them taking breaks and relaxing and just having a moment. And it's not that they shouldn't, it's that you should too. You should have your moment too. You should be able to relax too. But the lust with the Knight of Pentacles is telling me, like, I just feel like it's one of those things like, well, I don't want to drop the ball. If I don't do it, who's going to do it? It's better if I do this. It's better if I keep on it. It's better for everybody. It's better if I do this. Like, I feel like people are letting you take as much initiative as you want, and I feel like you're kind of working yourself to the bone here. The lust with the Knight of Pentacles is like, I don't see this ending. I just don't see this ending. And people around you with the Two of Cups they're just enjoying things more than you are. I feel like you should be enjoying things too. I don't think this is fair. Especially when things get really busy, I feel like you're the one picking up the slack, and other people are still enjoying things, and they're like, well, it's too busy, but that's okay. I still need a moment to breathe. I still need my downtime. Yeah, I don't feel you getting your downtime, and I don't think that's fair. Again, it's not that they shouldn't, it's that you should too. That's what I'm getting here. And I'm almost feeling like if there's something that becomes like really like it has to be done, and you're looking at it like that, well, nobody else is doing it, and if I don't do it, we're going to have real problems, so I'll do it. Again, it's not that it shouldn't be all on your shoulders. You should be able to like call people out and be like, listen, I want to take a moment to breathe too, but this has to be done first. So we all have to work together collectively and get this done, and then we can all have a nice moment together. But what's actually happening is what I'm feeling is that you're just taking it all on and you're doing it and it's burning you out. The whole point of this reading, and I'm feeling like this might be a quick one because I'm noticing we're only at like 5 minutes. It's coming forth very quickly, but they want you to get the message. You need to you need to call on your resources. You need to call people out. You need to tell people that you need to demand help is what I'm getting. You think you might have to demand help. Like you might have to delegate. Sometimes that's really hard for people. I know that's hard for me because it's kind of like instead of waiting for somebody else to do it, I'm more comfortable I'll just get it done and move on with my life. I'd rather not wait for somebody else to do it. Years ago when I was in the hospital, they only kept me like for a day because I think they were slightly complaining that I got up and did everything for myself anyway, so what's the point in me being here? So they sent me home because I'm one of those people. I'm just like, I'm not going to sit, they're not going to ring that stupid bell and be like, well, why am I late? Wait a half hour for somebody to, no, forget it. I'll just go get the water myself. I'll go to the front desk and ask for the pill myself. I'll just do it myself because I don't have the time to wait. And I feel like you might have that same energy, kind of like, well, if I sit here and wait, like I could have had it done by the time they just acknowledge me. But by the time they call me back, I could have been done and on to the next 3 things. I feel like that energy is there with you because I can relate to it. That's just setting you up to constantly be in motion. You never get a chance to relax. It won't stop. That's what they're trying to say. It won't stop. It will never stop unless you call it out. And you're like, you know what? For example, if we're going to use that stupid hospital analogy like I went through, I probably should have like called on the nurse and gave them time to come and then did something else that I would have enjoyed at the same time. But instead, I'm just like, I'll just do it, which I think got on their nerves a little bit, but that's fine. So it's kind of like, making time for yourself, enjoying your life more, and not feeling like it's all your responsibility to keep the boat afloat. Let it start to sink a little bit and let other people realize, oh my gosh, we're going to sink if we don't get ourselves together. Like, yeah, y'all need to get together because it's not all up on you. It shouldn't be all up on you to do everything because it feels like that's how it is. Because I feel like whoever this is hitting for, and there feels like there's a lot of you, you're feeling exhausted because you're doing everything because people are letting you. They're warning you too. Somebody will give you pushback if you try to disseminate or not disseminate. What's that word? Delegate, if I can get the right word out. Does disseminate fit there too? My brain is blank on what that word means. If it's even a word. Keep going. Someone's going to give you pushback because they're way too comfortable. They like it when you do most of the work and they get to take their time and enjoy life. Someone will give you pushback and try to make you feel bad about it. Don't let them do it. You have to push back. You have to make other people do their share. It's not fair that you do most of the work and don't get to have as much enjoyment as everybody else. It should not be all on you to do all the work. You should be able to enjoy this, and it's going to be one of those things where you look back and you're like, I spent these years and years of just working, and everybody else had all this fun, and I missed out on all this fun. That doesn't seem like that was fair. It doesn't have to be like that. Don't let more time go by, because I feel like enough time has gone by already. Don't let this keep going forward where you just miss out on all the fun. You deserve to have the fun too. They're just saying if you want this to change, you actively have to force it forward. And don't let this person who's really comfortable with you doing everything, don't let them stop you. Push back and say, you know what? Well, then it won't get done. You might want to prioritize, and I feel like for those of you that this really fits with, you might want to prioritize. What could fall through the cracks and not devastate the situation? And you can let those things kind of just fall to the side and just see what happens. You know what I mean? And let somebody else pick up that mess and be like, well, I had a lot going on. I just couldn't get to it. I'm not the only person working here. I'm not the only person a part of the situation. I'm not the only person in this house. You know what I mean? Somebody else can pick that up. Somebody else can take care of it. What's acceptable to fall through the cracks? Maybe letting that fall through the cracks and just letting other people pick up that mess and see what happens from there. I know that might sound a little rotten, but you might get your point across and people might step up and start doing a little bit more and allow you to enjoy life a little bit more. Because it's only fair. The last thing I can say is, like, they're warning you. If you don't push it, if you don't stand strong with it, it won't change. The devil card in your situation is saying being bound, being stuck in bondage, and feeling like you have to do things this way. Change that devil card. Use it to your advantage. Have a moment, let things fall through the cracks that are acceptable, that you find acceptable, And other people can pick up those pieces, and that could change the whole situation for you. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.